Hello my dear students. So in today's class we are going to cover one important topic, that is call by value and call by reference. Now some of the students may have say that ma'am is saying in every lecture ma'am is saying that this topic is very important. But yes, after the second chapter every topic is really very important, right? Because they are all sequential topics. So if you have not covered the previous topic, it will be very difficult for you to understand the next topic, right? So to understand this concept, call by value and call by reference, you should know about function, you should know about pointers, and you should know that how exactly function calling works, right? So to go through this video, before going through this video, first try to cover that concepts. Now in today's class we will be starting with call by value, and then I'm showing you that what exactly this call by reference is. So suppose let me change a color. So suppose I am creating one function, say add. So this is a function block add, right? Inside this, so the definition is add is like this: int add, int a and int b, right? So this is add function. This is main function, right? So we know that main is also a kind of function. This is main function. Inside main I have used scanf, or say, let me erase this. Inside main I have declared two variables, int n1 and 2, right? So what is happening over here? Here I am calling add n1 and 2. I hope you guys are aware about this statement, and this means that this add is calling this function. It will compute the answer. It will compute the answer and return the integer answer, right? Return some kind of integer answer to here, right? So we know this calling of the function. Now what is happening over here? Whenever I am doing something like this, two variables are created, say n1 and n2 inside main function, right? So its scope is inside main function only. Now suppose I am using scanf to take value from user. So I am using scanf syntax, right? And I am adding 2 here and 3 here, right? So n1 is having value 2 and 2 is having value 3. So what exactly is being called? Add 2, 3, right? So exactly add 2, 3 is being called. So what will happen now? Here this value 2 will be copied to A and this value 3 will be copied to B, right? So here it will be A, here it will be B. So here you can see that now this copies to this. So 2 is copied to here and 3 is copied over here. I hope you guys are understanding what I am trying to explain. Now this may happen that say this address, wherever this address of N2 is stored or N1 is stored is 200 and N2 is stored is 204, right? So at some particular memory location, N1 is created and stored, and some particular memory location, N2 is created and stored. This is like say memory, right? Let me just draw it in such a way that it is visible to you. So here, suppose this is the memory. Stack inside this memory, I am having different memory location. Inside one particular location 200, I am creating N1, and inside one particular location 204, I am creating N2, right? And inside this I am having value say 2, and inside this I am having value 3. Now at some other particular location, I am creating variable A and variable B, right? Say this is address 1000 and this is address 1004. So you can say that this is address 1000 and this is 1004. So we know that this both are different variable or different memory location, and I am copying this value to this value. I am copying this value to this value, right? So this kind of copying is named as call by value. So here I am actually passing value, right? So I am actually passing this value, that's why it is known as call by value. So passing values to the function parameter or passing value as the function arguments are known as call by value. So by default C will use call by value only. So whenever you are creating a function, this kind of phenomena is happening, right? So we know that this 2 will be copied over here and this 3 will be copied over here. So basically we are having duplicates with different labels. So 2 and 2 is same but having some kind of different labels and different memory location. So till now whatever we have done in function is call by value only, right? But now what is the problem with call by value? So let me just erase everything and I will show you that how exactly call by reference comes to the picture, right? So let me erase everything and I will show you an example in which this will be giving me erroneous result or not giving me desired result, right? So suppose I want to change or say I want to swap two numbers. We have already done the program in which I was swapping two numbers, but in that program I have not used function, right? So now what if I want to use functions to swap the program? Now what will be the code? So for that let me just open my IDE. So I am opening my IDE first. I will show you that how exactly it is happening. So inside my IDE I am writing Control N, then include stdio.h int main, right? Now inside this I am doing return 0. So this is very common. Now what was the program with using temporary variable? I was having A, B and some kind of temp variable. Now I am taking value from user. So I am telling user printf enter the value of A and then I am writing scanf, then %d here and A, right? So I was doing this code. Now for B I can write something as this. Here this is for B, here it will be /n, here it will be D, right? Now what will happen over here? If I want to swap, I am doing first I am giving value to of A to temp. So value of A will be stored to temp. Then I am saving value of B to value of A, and then I am again taking value of temp to value of B. So storing value of copying value of temp to B, right? So this is happening, and then after I am just copying this statement and paste it over here. So here I can say the value of A, right? The value of A. Let me copy this and paste it over here. So here it will be the value of B, and we have to write which variable to print over here. that is by writing A and B like this, right? So let me just save this program, and if I just execute, let me show you that if they are exchanging the variables or not. So if I am compiling it and running it, I am entering 1 and 2. So value of A is 1 and value of B is 2. Now you can see value of A and B is not printed because I have not used percentage sign. So I have to use percentage sign, right? So here percentage percentage D. So now if I am entering 1 and 2, you can see the values are swapped. But this is being done by without using any functions. Now what if I want to create one function swap? So what I want to do, I just want to swap and print. So I am using void data type. Why? Because I am not going to return anything. Make sure that you know that you cannot return value of A and value of B at the same time. You cannot say return A and return B, right? In one function you can return only one value, right? Either you can use if else, but in that case also you are returning one value. So I am just writing void. I'm showing you, and inside this I'm passing int n1 or say A and int b, right? So here I am taking n1 and 2 so that it will be easy for you to understand with the previous example. Here also I am taking and n1 here and n2 here it will be num1, here it will be num2, here it will be n1, here it will be n2, right? Value of num1 and here it will be value of num2, right? Now this logic I am going to copy, right? Here it will be n1 and 2, right? In form of n1 and 2, but I am going to copy this logic because we know that we write the logic inside function. So I am copying this logic to here, and in this function temp is not declared, so I have to declare temp first, right? So I am just doing this thing. I am not returning anything. That's why I have used void, right? Now what will happen here, I will just call swap n1 and 2, right? Here I am just saving this program, and I will show you that compile. If I am compiling it and saying 1 and 2, you can see the value is not swapped. Now let me show you what is happening over here. Some students are doing, they are writing this thing inside this, right? Some students are doing this. They are writing value of A, value of B, right? They are writing this and then they will get the same answer. But though this program is incorrect for function, I will show you why. In this case it will swap, but this program is incorrect. I cannot write this thing inside function. Now let me explain this with help of the whiteboard. So what is happening over here? I am having one block swap, right? So this is known as function block swap, which will be given argument int A and int B. So because of this int A and int B, A is created over at memory location, at some memory location A is created and B is created, right? Right now it is not having any value. Now inside my main function, I am first creating n1 and n2, which is having garbage value, inside which I am entering 1 and 2. Say this is at memory location 200 and this is at 204. Say this is at memory location 1000, this is at 1004, right? Now what will happen when I will say swap n1 and 2? So by default it will be call by value. So what exactly it calls? It will call here, it will call swap 1, 2, right? And we know that this value 1, so we know that this value 1 will be copied over here and this value 2 will be copied over here. So here it will be 1, here it will be 2, right? Now what happens? Here I am saying that take one variable temp. So here it will create temp variable inside function. Inside temp, suppose it is having some garbage value. Now we are saying temp equal to a. So value of a will be copied to temp. So temp become 1. Now we are saying a equal to b. So value of b will be copied to a. So it will copy this to this. So now this become 2. Now we are saying b equal to temp over here, right? So now what exactly it is doing? It will store this value to temp. So now b become 1. Now if you write printf in the function itself, what you are doing? So if I am writing printf in this function itself, so if I am writing something like this, I am printing value of a and b. You can see it over here. I am printing value of a and b, not n1 and n2. So in our case, if I am writing printf here, so I am printing value of a and b, which is here, right? You can see this value. So I am getting correct answer because value of a and b are swapped inside the function. But the actual value of n1 and n2 is not swapped, and that's why in this program, when I am printing value of n1 and n2, it was not changed. I hope you guys are understanding this concept. So what if I want to write a program in this cell only? I just want to write this program, this kind of program. I don't want to print value of a and b. I want to print value of n1 and n2 and they should be changed. How can I write a logic like that? That value is changed. How? So you know that the addresses are unique. In any in any memory location, addresses are unique. So what if instead of this arguments a and b, instead of n1 and n2, I am passing that swap at this address? What if I am passing that swap 200 and 204? So you know that in memory 200 and 204 is the single address and only one variable which is unique is stored inside this. So at n1 is stored at this location, n2 is stored at this location. So if I am passing addresses, then we will not face this issue. We will get desired output. Now how can I pass addresses instead of variable name? That we have already seen in the concept of pointer. So till now whatever I explained was the concept of function, but now we are going to talk about call by reference, and that is nothing but the use of function. So this is all about call by value. Now we are going to study that what exactly the call by reference is. So now we will see that how can you use call by reference. So for call by reference, I am creating one function block over here. Now I am creating main block over here. So this is main and this is swap function. Now instead of swap n1 and n2, I am passing and n1 and n2. Now what is this meaning of and over here? And is nothing but the addresses. So if in my memory block, if n1 is at location 200 and n2 is at location 204, then inside n1 it will write inside n, if we are having 2 and 3, instead of passing 2 and 3, we are passing 200 address and 204 address, right? So here in the swap function, we are writing temp equal to a, or say value, whatever value of a is, then a equal to b and then b equal to temp. Instead of this, I am saying, instead of writing this, I am saying that one variable is named as temp. So make us at some memory location, say at 2000, there is a variable called temp is created. Now I am saying here add the value which is at location 200. So I have already differentiated that what exactly this n1 means, what exactly this star and pointer means, right? So I am creating a pointer. So this is called address, and here I am creating pointer. So that means value at location, value at address 200. What is the value at address 200? It is 2. So here this 2 will be here. So here actually we are referring 2. So temp equal to 2. So now temp will having value 2, right? Now we are saying instead of just A equal to B, I am writing and 200 equal to and, or say sorry, star 200 equal to star 204. That means value of 204. What is the value of 204? Value of 204 is 3. So here it will say this 3 is being stored at address value at location 200. So here this 3 will be stored to value of location 200. So here it will store 3. Right. Now what I am saying after this statement, I am saying value of 204 equal to temp. So whatever the value is inside temp, we have to store it at location 204. What is the value of 204? At location 204, this. So this temp will be stored at this location. So now this become 2. Right. So now you can see N1 and N2 is actually swapped, not the copies, right? So here we have not created any variable. We are just using this function to write this logic. And what we are passing inside this argument? Int pointer, say you can say P1, P2, Q1, anything name you can give, but I am giving int P and int pointer Q. So this P is having value address of. So we know that this entire value will be copied to this variable. But here we have placed star. So here 200 is there. This meaning is 200. So actually it is star 200, right? And here it will be star 204. So we are passing this kind of argument to my function. So now it will correctly interchange the value of N1 and N2, and if we just print the value of N1 and N2 inside the main function itself, then it will be having correct output. So now let me show you. So in this program, instead of passing A and B, what I am passing address of A and address of B. Instead of I am just passing the pointer. So here this shows that I am passing pointer as arguments. Right, you can use name A and B, and if you want you can change it to Q, P and Q, but for the reference or for eliminating any kind of misunderstanding, I am just using this name P and Q. Here also it will be P and Q. Here also it will be Q, right? So now here we have to say that the addresses are passed. Yeah, right. So here address of N1 and address of N2. So now let me show you that if this program correctly executes or not. Let me compile it and run it. You can see I am entering 1, 2. So 2 and 1 is printed. So now you can see we have got desired output. Now one can say that why ma'am we have not initialized the pointer in the main function itself, because we don't need to initialize it in main. Here I am entirely copying this address of N1 to P. So P is address. We know that whenever we are declaring, so I hope you guys understand this concept. Whenever we are declaring pointer, let me just erase this thing. So whenever we are declaring a pointer, say if I am writing int pointer P, right? And suppose I am having int A. So right now P is a pointer, that means it will hold the address. A is the variable, and now if I am writing P equal to address of A, that if this address is 200, if this address is 200, then here 200 will be stored. That means P is pointing to A. So now if A is having value 10, I can say this value is equal to 10. I can say P is equal to 200. I hope you guys know this difference. So if you know this difference, you can understand that we don't need to initialize pointers in main, but we can use it in my function argument so that I can correctly swap the variables. So now you know that this is the code. This is the code for swapping two variables or swapping two numbers with using functions and pointers. You cannot swap the numbers using function without using pointer. So this is the program. This program is also part of our practical list. So and whenever I'm going to perform those practicals, I'm not going to repeat this topic. So this is all about call by value and call by reference. If you have any doubt, you can comment below the comment section and ask me, and I will make sure that you learn topic correctly. See you in the next class with so many practicals of pointers. Thank you so much.